certainly the most common way that everyone looks at a vendor or proposals or quotes is price. And I think one of the biggest drivers for an MSP's price is really their size and their stature. And so let's talk about those different sizes and what that might mean to you as a customer or a potential customer. And of course, maybe some price fluctuations with that as well. First and foremost, I think you have still in the industry and out there is the one-man band, right? And I myself started there at a certain point, right? Hanging my hat as an IT provider and going out there and starting my business, and it was just me doing all of the work. And certainly you've got probably someone who's very knowledgeable, but at the end of the day is only one person who can handle, one thing at a time and can't be everywhere, omniscient maybe. So you've got the classic one-man band. Probably not going to have a lot of tools, not going to have a lot of backup, but going to be highly affordable, maybe even to the cheap level. Then you have, and this probably is the most common bucket of where MSPs are at, the smaller shop, I would say less than 10 employees, right? And maybe not even just because they're in startup mode, they may have been around for 10 or 15 or 20 years, but they just haven't gotten to a certain stature yet. They probably have a little bit of a tool set. You've got a broader knowledge with those team members, but without the additional resources and the revenue, unfortunately, to invest in better tools, in better systems, I find that they're still a little bit lacking. And because the IT industry is busy, they very well may not have the ability to be more proactive and hyper responsive to their clients' needs. Again, they've only got 10 people, and if they have, a subset of clients, it may be challenging for them to, again, be responsive or proactive. And of course, you're going to notice the budget uptick a bit more to where, probably a monthly agreement, maybe some billable time, and projects would be billable, things like that. Then you've got, my favorite group, which really is we've got more than 10, but we've got less than 50 employees. We still have that local business, relationship-based feel, but we've got enough team and the resources and the tools to better provide for all of our clients. You're going to see a lot more responsiveness, right? Being able to answer the phones and take care of issues really quickly, but also being able to respond to, the different patches or security vulnerabilities and things like that. Yet you're going to still know the first names of the people that you deal with, and the organization's not so big that, you don't know who you're dealing with. Of course, price there is going to have ticked up again, and you're probably looking again at a monthly agreement. Maybe it becomes more all-inclusive. Maybe they're providing different lines and services and products as a part of that monthly agreement. And again, I think this is the sweet spot for an IT provider of a growing business who wants their technology to work, who needs somebody to be responsible for it, and who is concerned about, being protected and safe and backed up. Then of course you've got the bigger or the more national. They've got 100 or 1,000 employees. They're all over the U.S., maybe even international. They certainly have the team. They certainly have the resources. But I think you might find that the responsiveness of these providers, because I've heard from their customers, is just not there anymore, and you don't have kind of that relationship anymore. You're just another customer to them. And so, again, probably price has increased again to a whole nother level. And again, one of the things that I find most important, right? You can look at price, you can look at the size and stature, but I believe one of the most important components to look at across any of these providers is, do they have a cybersecurity focus? Are they worried about it and taking care of it in their own house first and foremost? And then what is it that they're doing to ensure that you're protected? And we talk about this a lot in some other videos, but it's not just antivirus, and it's not just firewalls, and it's not just backups. And if they're not talking to you about new layers of protection, then it doesn't matter what their stature is or what their price, you should probably avoid them altogether.